Did you buy that hat in Minneapolis?
No, I found it when Sass wore it to Minneapolis, and I said that's mine.
Nice.
Yeah.
So that was yours, and you just wore it, and I took it. Okay. Where were you when the Robin Thicke Blurred Lines uncensored video came out?
Where was I?
Yeah.
In my bed?
Were you?
I don't know. Why?
I was like, I like hit me. I was just in the shower and I thought of it, and I think I just blocked it from my memory. I was like staying at my friend Sean's sister's, and she would like, she wasn't living there. It was like an empty house, so it was like fucking freezing. And we were like I was under a blanket, and I was like, holy shit, you guys need to look at this. And we were it was me.
Sean's white sister?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why?
Just making sure.
Yeah, it was his white sisters.
Oh.
And we all, like, it was cold, so they all, like, got under the blanket with me, and we just watched it. And I know we were all just, like, really hard watching it.
Nick, you were probably 25 when that came out.
22.
Okay. So you and your boys were under the blanket watching. Did that show nudity?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It showed, like, just tits.
Radikowski.
Emily Ratajkowski's.
Ratajkowski's.
Yeah. Good, yeah.
Was it good?
The song was good, and the titties were great.
But Emrata, she's like nothing like crazy.
What? She's the it girl.
Titty wise, in the tit department.
What do you?
But
She
when
has
she's-
big natties.
She has big No, she does not.
Yes,
Yes.
she does.
She's got two big natties.
She does like Cassidy Banks big natties,
Not Cassidy Banks,
Like
but
Cassidy
like,
Banks, that's what
like
that's,
Layla London big natties.
Yes.
No, I'm thinking
Okay.
lower.
If I were to crop the image and just showed you the tits, you wouldn't say they're
She has mid
big
natties.
natties.
She has
per
mid
se.
natties.
She doesn't have mid natties, but when it's the complete package on her small frame, big natties.
Natty Lights.
I don't think.
They're natty lights. Today's episode is brought to you by Dude Wipes. Kyle, do you use Dude Wipes?
Yeah. Have you ever seen me use them?
I haven't.
You
It's
should.
an honor code. Why? How do you use them?
I don't think you believe. I don't think you believe that I have pubes. Yet. And I want to fucking just prove to you that I do, because I feel like my word isn't enough. So I'm trying to find a way for you to see my pubes without it being obvious or gay.
Why? Yeah, it's gonna be tough. I guess you'd have to just Dude Wipe in front of me.
Every
extra
time,
large
every time we're
flushable
eating
wipe.
lunch and it's the conversation
Extra
arises.
large flushable
who has
wipe.
pubes? Who has pubes? Of course, there's always someone who's gonna lie about it. But I feel like when I say I do, you look at me as if
They use
I'm
plant
lying.
source fibers designed to give your butt a cleaner, more refreshing than TP than dropping a deuce. I recommend you guys go to dudewipes.com and use ANUS15 ANUS15 for your entire order. You can find it on Amazon or dudewipes.com. Or at Walmart and Target. Go to dudewipes.com. Use the promo code.
Mm-hmm.
Do it for us. What the fuck
Plant
are
source
you
fibers
talking?
feels worlds better than toilet paper.
A plant source fiber absolutely does every single time than toilet paper.
I like the mint chill.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, you do. What?
What do you mean?
Why wouldn't I believe you have pubes?
I
You're
don't-
28.
Yeah. But,
You mean
know,
like you have a
there's
beard?
Everyone. There's always kids. You know, we're at that age where, you know, some of us do have pubes and some of us don't, and I don't think that you believe that I do, but I do.
Right now, you don't think that I
But
presently...
it's a paradox, because there's no way to prove it without it getting weird or
Yes,
gay.
there is a way.
What?
Pluck.
Yeah.
Pluck me a pube.
With my fingers?
Yeah.
Do you have tweezers?
You have to tweeze a pube? Just pluck a pube.
No, that used to be like a real conundrum.
Yes.
It sucked from both ends because it was an honor system.
I thought I found a loophole. I had like 3 armpit hairs, and we went to a private school, so we had uniforms. And remember when etnies were really cool? Every kid had etnies.
Yeah,
There was I remember a
those
girl,
weren't like the Cyruses.
Osiris's. Those had the big tongues.
But etnies
Like
were
a
actually cool. Yeah. Like what?
Nothing.
The big tongues. Like what?
Nothing.
What was he gonna say?
I wasn't gonna say
Is
anything.
there a punchline with?
No.
Is there a certain afflicted group of people with
So I really wanted etnies,
big ass?
but my mom refused to like spend the money, so I had an etnies T-shirt instead. and I wanted people to show that I had like 4 armpit hairs, so I cut a hole just like right there, and I thought it would like look natural.
Oh,
It wasn't,
God,
and so like in gym class, that was my gym shirt, and I had a hole right there. And
Did you like make sure they were coming out?
no, you could.
You could
I would always put myself in this kind of. I was asking a lot of questions in gym class. I had
Is
a
it
lot of
Reddit?
questions about games.
I love how that was like a thing of pride, like having hair.
Oh yeah, it was.
It was
Yeah, and you didn't.
not till like ninth grade.
I still don't think you do. You didn't have. I didn't have to wear deodorant until like sophomore year.
That was a thing in gym class. Like I think everyone we got to 6th grade and like our teacher had to tell us like you should bring in deodorant.
Mm-hmm. We had.
And I didn't need it.
Did your gym teacher like make up games for us to play? He had us fight once, just like fight on it, like on a. He laid out mats and had us fight.
I remember
swear,
the fight.
yeah. And I got beat the fuck up by like the nerdiest kid in our class. He's a doctor now, Brandon
Wilson.
Yeah,
He wasn't that nerdy. Like you were nerdier than him, and he beat your fucking ass.
he did beat my ass.
We had
you
we
were
had
way
one game.
lower.
It was just hockey, but like high sticking and checking was legal.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Get
Being
away
a
with
gym
it.
teacher. Whoa.
I hate that.
Well, we'll keep it like that.
Okay.
I think it represents us as a whole pretty well. Thanks, Owen. For those listening, our screen just went blank. There we go. There she is.
Look at that.
That's. I've made logos for half the podcasts of the company, and then this is ours.
This is your, yeah, you made like some of the best.
All the dozen logos, meticulously crafted. Jeff sent me like 25 revisions. Jeff is like Jeff D. Lowe, who works with us. Very. He's what's the term?
Anal?
Yeah, he's very anal. Because we do a podcast with him called The Bracket, and yesterday, Raggedy Ann came up. Raggedy Ann and her cohort Andy came up.
Raggedy Andy, yeah.
Raggedy Andy, and then you Googled it and you found a black Raggedy Ann, and I
Black Raggedy Andy.
yeah, and I said do Raggedy Ann,
Yeah.
and he was like, we have to take that out,
Yeah.
and he was like, as a white man, you can't even say do rag.
They did say that. Oh man, we've said much worse.
Yeah, and I was like, oh no.
I made a
If we can't
3/5
say do, you made a 3/5 compromise joke to a black man today.
In my defense, I was blessed by divine intervention for like the only perfect opportunity to ever use that joke that man has ever been given.
Yeah, you wouldn't have forgive yourself if you didn't make it.
It was a white guy versus a black guy arguing about how many TVs one could use for their soccer game, and there were 5 TVs, and they were trying to reach a compromise.
So, I'd like to interject here, not to ruin your joke. There were 6 TVs, but then you just said 5.
yes.
You planted the
I
seed that there were
did.
5.
People just
so
believe
you
it.
could
Yeah,
make
I'm
the joke.
Mandela affected.
So it wasn't that fateful.
Yeah, you're right. It's losing its luster. Like once you acknowledge your own joke, it is lost its luster.
Sure.
Yeah.
But no, you had to do it. But yeah, so
I had to, yeah. Yeah, do Raggedy Andy would be like bottom tier problematic for us.
yeah, it really, really would be. And like we make fun of a lot of things on here. Never white guys, but like other people. We make fun of like
Yeah, we know.
but we make fun of one type of person a lot. The bound.
Down syndrome.
No, the bound.
Wheelchair guys.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
So speaking of which,
Yes.
we have a special shout out to give.
That's right. Owen, can you read the DM we got?
Yes.
Maybe
Let me pull
not.
it
That
up.
was kind of intimate.
It was intimate, but they should know who they're talking to. No, maybe
Yeah.
just give an abridged version of it. A very, very sweet DM. The gist of it was, you get that many DMs, Owen?
He does.
Everyone DMs me and
He
says,
gets-
"Oh, you're probably the only one that would
He gets
respond
more
to
than
this."
anyone.
That's why I was
Yeah.
so stoked when you got on the yak, because that used to be me.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I got one that was like, no chance KB would ever see this, but will you tell him like this girl wants to like she's obsessed with him?
Me?
I didn't tell you.
It's like, oh, can you send this to Nick? Can you ask Big Cat this? Can you say hi to Sass?
Yeah. Sass doesn't even. I don't think Sass knows what you look like.
No. I don't think Sass knows who any of his like producers are.
No.
Tyler Miller.
No.
Sass might know his first name.
Maybe.
Damn it.
First letter. He'll know if it's a consonant or a vowel that it starts with. I can just pull it up, Owen.
Yeah, damn.
Because I do not get that. You've been scrolling and scrolling. It's from a guy named Zach. His brother's a huge Yak and Anus fan. And he's got his birthday coming up. His brother Mitch. Mitch was in a bad accident a couple years ago and has left him in a wheelchair. So a wheelchair listener, like that takes some thick skin to
listen to us.
To listen to us.
Do our like pair of pelegics joke where the joke was that there was two
quadriplegics that you
yeah.
fucked, and you said that I think you said you use them as an ottoman.
I objectified them, like literally.
You
I
made them into objects. The accident themselves objectified them.
He sat through that one. Yeah.
Don't objectify me.
He's resilient.
He's resilient, and like that's really awesome because we don't mean to like.
Rape victims get a lot of shit ever.
Jesus Christ.
But him.
But yeah, he said him listening has been like a highlight, and they asked if we could do a cameo. So let's two birds this right now for Mitch.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Mitch. Everybody wish Mitch a happy birthday. Let's get it fucking trending.
Yeah.
And
Happy birthday, Mitch.
yeah, let's like Kyle, why don't you start this off? Let's get this thing rolling like our boy.
Owen, why don't you start
us off to Mitch. What do you say to Mitch?
All right, Mitch. I hope you're sitting down for this one, man. He's paralyzed.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. So what we're doing, we're wishing him a happy birthday.
Yeah.
Oh, that's an oxymoron. I hope you sleep in very late
What?
every day. I don't know.
What does that fucking mean? No.
Nah. What is his age?
I don't know, but we got it from his brother Zach.
Anything. Yeah.
And I know Zach sometimes pushes you around.
Feels like he's the older brother, even though he's younger than you.
Oh man. No, it's thank you for being so cool, man.
Appreciate you.
You're awesome. Did you there was a kid in a wheelchair that went to our high school, and like in shows like Glee or who else had like a Degrassi.
In fiction, they're always portrayed as like the nice, beloved,
hidden talent,
voice of reason, level-headed.
Yeah.
That's not the case.
They're physically the most down to earth.
Yeah.
But they are the kid that was in a wheelchair in our school. I think every school has a couple. Was a fucking bully.
Was he?
He was 2 years older than us, so you weren't there at the time.
No, I don't even know who you're talking
So
about.
he looked like fucking 40 years old. He had like a deep red goatee.
Ew.
And it gets worse, brother.
All right.
I'm working my way
If you
down.
have red facial hair, never have a long goatee.
I think I have red facial hair.
Nah, like actually red.
No, his was deep red. And all the girls would like sit on his lap and he'd like wheel into class. And they would like giggle and stuff. But then like when it came to the guys, like I remember as a freshman, they were like, yeah, you got to avoid this kid. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, he's mean. And it makes sense. I think you should be a bully. You should be mean. Because he would come up behind you if you were like sitting where you wanted to. If you were sitting in his spot in the lunchroom, he would wheel around with like bike gloves on, like little fingerless gloves. Not little, regular hand-sized gloves. And he would take it off and like sneak up behind you. You wouldn't hear a step. And he would dangle the glove like in front of your face. And it would smell bad because he was wheeling it all day and he was sweating.
Dude, nothing smells like, well, things do, but it smells horrible.
Yeah.
No, like dirty gloves
used
is
like
the
leather
worst.
glove that's been like sweated into.
It's been sweated into, and then the other side of it is just touching wheels that have been on the ground.
Yeah.
So it's just like, which side do you want?
Yeah.
Which side would you take?
I don't even know.
Hand or wheel?
I don't even fucking know.
Yeah, but anyway, Mitch, I'm sure you're not like that.
And another silver
Mitch is the
lining.
man.
There's like a very popular study. I think it's called like the hedonic treadmill, but like where a year after somebody wins the Powerball, like a
Mhm.
gigantic lottery, and a year after someone becomes wheelchair bound, their happiness, the wheelchair bound person is on average just as happy or happier.
Yeah,
than the lottery
you
winner.
typically
Mhm.
find your level.
Yeah.
And even after
everyone has a
tragedy-
baseline level of happiness, and after whatever good or bad thing happens, they're back to that no matter what.
And I think my baseline happiness is low.
Yeah.
I can't tell you the last time I've been excited for something.
I don't get excited, and I think that's fine.
No, it's not. I want to be excited for
Right.
something.
People get excited for like regular season, like our coworkers' games.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I used to get excited for things, and then I would feel sad when they passed, when
It's not worth
it was over.
Yeah.
It is worth it.
But now I don't get that
Well,
feeling.
excitement is always better than like the actual fun you have. Like the thrill of being excited for like a week for something that you perceive is gonna be awesome.
And I start feeling like when I was getting excited for something, I would feel the dread of it passing before the thing started.
Yeah.
A damn shame.
It is a
Brutal.
damn shame.
Kyle, Owen,
Mm-hmm.
you guys like tunes? You like groovy, funky tunes?
Only on Amazon Music.
Yeah.
It's funny you say that, my friend, because today
What do we got?
Amazon Music has more than 10 million
Wait,
free
you're kidding.
podcast episodes. What?
It's Amazon Music?
Yeah.
Fuck
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Shit.
You can listen to the hilarious Wait, we have to actually do copy for another comedy podcast?
What does it say?
You
listen-
guys can go to I'm begging you guys to go to Amazon Music right now. Stop listening to this and listen to the hilarious podcast Smartless 1 week before everyone else. Ad free. Their podcast is they're just fucking us right now.
Yeah. So theirs is ad free and funny.
Well,
ours
up
is
and
riddled
covered.
with ads and not gonna get our own personalization.
But they need to
for the
shine. Who is
copy
that? Is
they
that
were
Will Arnett and Jason Bateman?
Yeah, it's Will Arnett and
Yes.
Jason Bateman, and we're
Go
doing
listen to
ads.
Smartless. Yeah.
Guys, drop what you're doing right now. If you're listening to something else right now, quit it and go to Amazon Music to listen to the free, hilarious, ad-free podcast Smartless with people that are much more famous than us.
Yeah.
Significantly more known, more successful, and funnier.
Wait. So we are doing an ad for another podcast right now. that is a competitor of ours. We're gonna lose. Yeah. They want us to lose listeners. That is.
So they could
That's
get
bad.
a cheaper deal on our ad.
What
Yeah.
is-
Comedy isn't your thing? You guys can listen to the
Can you get
breathtaking...
Stephen Shea in here to try to like rationalize this behavior?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm gonna text Shay.
we need Che in here right now.
Yeah.
Che is our ad ops guy. who
He's
gives
always
us-
giving us shit.
He's
because
giving us shit.
We make the ads goofy, and granted, sometimes we trash our sponsors.
Oh,
but it's
stop
in the
telling
name
your
of
listeners
love.
to kill themselves.
No. So he got mad at us for saying that if we don't have this particular sponsor, we'd kill ourselves. That's good.
Yeah, that is
That's the
amazing
highest
saying
praise.
marketing.
something would
Yeah.
save your life is the best thing you could say about it.
And we said it time and time again that if somehow our phone died and we couldn't use this particular product to better
he's
ourselves,
We'd blow our
he's gonna
brains
shake
out.
in his boots and
he's going to
choke
crumple
on his
in front of
words.
us.
He's not gonna have anything to say.
Yeah, but anyways, if you guys, if comedy isn't your thing, guys, you can listen to the breathtaking true crime podcast, Dr. Death Miracle Man. We intentionally had a bad name, and this one's Dr. Death Miracle Man. All right,
Yeah.
and that's available 2 weeks early on Amazon Music. Don't listen to anything by Barstool Sports. Listen to Dr. Death Miracle Man.
Okay, yeah. No, but honestly, yeah. I guess. Do that. We have to say that.
Yeah, I have to be genuine.
Shay's not in the building.
Where the fuck is he?
It's 2 p.m. on a Wednesday, so
Interesting.
Throw him under the bus. Yeah.
I'm calling him.
Yeah, that's an
That's an
option.
alternative
I don't really
route.
feel like looking at him anyway. At all.
Steven. He knows exactly what this is for.
What this is about.
Where the fuck could he be?
I don't know. Hit him with a hey buddy though.
You reached Stephen Che's voicemail. Leave me a message, or
He made his voice deeper for that.
Yeah, you did. You do it too.
Me?
Yeah, when you're talking on the phone to
No.
other people.
No way.
Yeah, it immediately gets deeper.
What's your voicemail box? I bet you do a rap. I bet you were the prank voicemail guy.
I was.
Were you?
I was like, hello?
First
Wait,
of all,
what?
That's a
Fake
dead
answer.
giveaway.
Wait,
You
what?
saying that?
What?
That like you would never pick up the phone and say hello. When I call you, I see that it picked up and you don't say anything. You wait for me to say
I do
hi.
every
And
time.
it infuriates me to
Right.
no end.
It's a control thing. I don't know. It's like a power thing.
Sub-dom.
I think that's why guys like blowjobs. It doesn't feel even one iota as good as pussy, but it's a power thing.
Is it?
A girl sucking on your penis?
I think it's a
Okay.
lazy thing.
You think it's a lazy thing?
Yeah,
I mean,
you don't
it's
do any
like-
work.
I do all the work when a girl's sucking my dick.
You probably did.
I'll be like, hey, can I have a break?
It's not like you're throat fucking her.
No.
No, you're laying on your back getting head, but you're doing.
I'm doing all the fucking work.
Just real rhythmic hits.
It's not even that too. That's why it's
No,
so
I'm
odd.
still- it's-
He's not like thrusting hard.
No, I'm just
He's
like
still doing all the work. It's like a manipulation thing somehow.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Oh my god. I can only get my dick sucked for like 30 seconds before I have to tap out. I'm I'm beat.
God. Fucking winded.
Hey, can we just fuck? I'm tired.
Please.
Can we please?
Can I just like lift you up and fuck you? I can only get my dick sucked for so long. Oh man.
Shit.
Che.
Hey.
Hey buddy. Just for I guess legality, you're on the new Untold Story podcast and we're about to go into an ad.
Okay. Do I need? Okay.
Oh.
What's the
What do you-
hang
yeah,
up
what,
there?
yeah, what could you possibly need
I'm
to
like
do?
I'm like cooking a steak.
Are you?
So I
Are,
have, like, the
I mean, if you're
little
searing it, we
thing,
can
but-
wait. Are you going to tweet a picture of the steak?
Don't.
I might. depending if it
See,
looks
Steven,
good.
don't.
Steven, you're opening up a whole can of worms.
You're a masochist.
Okay. Shoot.
All right, so we have an ad for Amazon Music, a product we all love.
Sure.
You love it, right?
Of course.
Of course. It is telling us, we're telling them to go listen to the hilarious podcast Smartless 1 week before everywhere else. We're telling them to stop listening to us and going to another comedy podcast.
Another podcast, yeah, that they'll fall in love with and
Maybe after they finish listening to this show.
Do you want us to drive people away from Barstool podcasts?
I mean, there's plenty of good podcasts on there.
There's only
Burger
so many
King
times
doesn't
a day.
advertise for McFlurries after you finish Burger King.
Okay.
Steve, it sounds like this podcast is actually funny, so people will listen to it and then they'll stop listening to all of the Barstool
And then
comedy podcasts.
then the next line is, it's ad free on there. So
Yeah.
they have an ad in our podcast to go listen to an ad free podcast. That's also comedy.
Yeah. I mean, you do have the option of making yours funny, which it seems like you're trying to do here.
Oh, god damn.
I told you, I'm unchained right now.
God, I forgot. We
Unchained.
should not have called Unchained Steve.
That's-
especially
He
as
actually-
especially as he's cooking red meat. He's the man. He's
Jesus
the biggest man in the
Christ.
world right now. Fuck. All right, yeah, I guess.
Laugh
Che,
a
can you
minute.
can you just tell people to stop listening to our podcast then? Because that's what the fucking copy wants us to do.
Keep listening to a new Untold Story. Check out that other pod maybe later after a couple of their Barstool podcasts.
All right, cool. Thanks, Steve.
All right, later, buddy.
Bye.
Oh, you finish it with later, buddy.
Yeah,
He
just
shit on our faces.
he shit on our fucking faces and
While
then
he's
he took
cooking a
while he's
steak.
cooking a steak.
His wife is probably like watching. He's probably shirtless cooking a steak in the yard, just shitting on us.
What if Steve shit on our faces, right? Literally. And then he like took a picture. He's like, look at these guys black facing. And then we have to be like, no, it's Steve shit. No, I swear to God, it's not black.
Yeah.
It's just it's
Okay.
another man's shit on our face.
Yeah.
Which is what it is. God damn. I was hoping he'd back off. He'd apologize.
He didn't care.
No, he didn't give
He
a
didn't,
fuck.
he didn't understand.
I wouldn't expect him to.
The slightest.
You want to talk about some kids in our school?
Yeah.
So you were talking about you were getting. When
Was
did
he?
you get pubes? No.
Oh, like 9th grade.
9th grade pubes. When was the first time you shaved your pubes?
I only had like the manual razor,
Okay.
so it took like days.
A manual
It was like a
razor. You could have
week-long
just said
project.
razor.
I don't know, like the Bic.
A Bic.
Yeah.
A manual.
No. I don't fucking remember things like that. Those aren't like milestones in my life. Are they milestones in yours?
Actually, yeah.
The first time you shaved?
I've told you guys, right? Like the bullies in my grade used to like gaslight me about my puberty.
No.
No.
So once I went to a Mets game with a couple older kids that I
Oh, it
was
was the
excited
pubes
about.
color, right?
Yeah. So they asked me like, "Oh,
What was
what color are your pubes?" And I was like, "Same as my hair." And they're like, "Nope, all pubes are jet black. You don't have any."
I wish they were.
But you did.
No, I didn't. They were.
Oh,
right.
you were lying? Oh,
Yeah,
so
I was
they
lying.
were right.
They caught me red-handed.
Also, I don't know if that's true, is it?
No, they probably also didn't have pubes.
Yeah,
Wait, what-
None of you did.
No.
That conversation always happened, and I'm thinking I always lied and just said, yeah. Not that many yet, but I definitely have them.
Yeah.
That was a one-time one. The other one was more embarrassing. There was a couple of years where I thought there was a pretty loud noise from your dick when you came.
Yeah.
Just like
no, there
you.
is.
Because they would ask me, they're like, "Oh, you jerk off, you cum. Like, what noise is it?" And I thought it was. No, I can't even do it anymore.
That sounded like it should be.
That's
noise.
actually become.
Yeah.
Should become.
And then what they say.
Nothing. They would talk about me behind my back.
Yeah.
It's traumatic.
Um,
But I remember the first time, like, seeing it was how jarring it was to see somebody else with pubes before you even knew what they looked like.
'Cause, like-
it was 4th grade. Patrick Schrosh had the biggest bush. I saw him
Yes.
at the urinal.
yes. Patrick Trosh. And again, we're using actual names of people.
What the fuck?
But
He's-
Patrick Trosh and his
he
old,
was he was like a guy who definitely he owned like tarantulas as pets.
he actually did.
He's either definitely not listening to this or absolutely listening to this. I can't tell.
No, Patrick Trosh did have a tarantula. He did have a huge bush, and I went over to his place once, and he had you know how some McDonald's had like those bubble tubes in the center?
Ours did.
Yeah.
It was like it looked like a bar. Almost.
He had one in his room. His room was the equivalent coolness-wise of
Hey
Arnold's.
Arnold, yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, he
was
had like
cool.
the McDonald's bubbler in his room and a tarantula and pubes. And I was like, holy shit, he's the coolest guy in the world. And he was like 7 feet tall.
But he looked like Vince. He looked old as fuck. So he was tall. It made sense. But I remember when I saw there was one kid in my class who was about my height. He was the only one like as small as me
Yeah.
and as young looking as me. And I
Can we
remember
say his name?
Zach Dobrinsky.
He had a unibrow.
You can't find him online. I tried looking
His
him up.
online
He's
footprint is 0.
untraceable. Untraceable.
I know, and we spent hours and hours
Yeah,
searching
I
for
was
him.
the shortest in 6th grade. I think I was like 4'6".
He looked exactly like Mr. Bean.
but he looked like a child.
Yeah.
And that's the point I'm trying to drive right now. So don't try to convince others that he was old looking and mature.
No, he had the face of a young bean.
Young bean, yeah. So that was 6th grade. And I saw his fucking bush at REAP.
Reap was
Full bush, too.
I
It
don't
wasn't
know
like it was just a budding bush.
Reap was like an environmental thing. We went and stayed in a cabin in the woods with like the boys in our class for 3 days.
Yeah, it was in like the bathroom there.
Were you
I
pissed?
accidentally, I forget how, I may have walked in on the stall, but I remember I just saw he had a full bush, 6th grade. I had nothing.
That's all you got to say?
Yeah, I guess there wasn't really like anything crazy.
So he was an early bloomer. You were a late bloomer, but do you remember the late bloomer that we went to high school with?
the guy who started dressing as like Legolas, like 5 years after Lord of
After
the
the
Rings.
movie came
maybe
out.
even 10.
Yeah. He was like, "Oh, you got to see those." Like he would like say Will Turner quotes.
From
Like,
Pirates of the
perfectly balanced. Perfectly balanced. We're like, dude,
Yeah,
you're the latest
You're
bloomer.
you're impersonating Orlando Bloom like he was the trend over half a decade ago. Like we all know about him. Those are old roles.
He was an embarrassingly late bloomer.
I think like, every school had like one late bloomer.
Everybody who discovered the Fellowship of the Ring like 5 years after its release. What are like some other like tropes of like kids you went to school with? Like, let's be relatable.
Well, everyone had like the Kool-Aid. It was the Kool-Aid stained mouth kid.
Kool-Aid stained mouth kid.
It was red.
Yeah, but
It was ostensibly from Kool-Aid, but I don't even know if it always was.
Sometimes it was like wind burned, even though like how are you
Yeah.
getting wind burned just on your lips?
It was something, but it was always red.
That kid always had like the most traits
So many.
because he was boogered up.
His like front teeth were flared because he was sucking on his thumb like way too late
Way
into life.
too late. Way too late.
Uh-huh.
He always wore like his t-shirts like were ill-fitting in a way that it was almost like he probably got them at Gabriel Brothers. Do you know what Gabriel Brothers is? Gabe's.
No.
It's the ultimate discount store.
It's the
Yeah, he
ultimate
definitely
discount
got 'em
store
there.
where like clothes had no discernible flaws, but they were there because they were flawed. You just didn't quite know.
Some of them are like defunct, like the logo was like slightly off center.
Oh, they're refurbished T-shirts.
Just about. I remember I bought like a Tony Hawk shirt there, like his Birdhouse brand, and I put it on, and it was just like the bottom was just crooked, so it was like a crooked shirt. It was an italicized tee, and I just like had to tuck the half in.
Just one half.
But
What
they
else did
always
he do?
they were always fitted out by Gabe's.
Mm-hmm.
They
I
were.
remember-
Go ahead.
I'm trying to think. They would dig outside, like
They would always dig with a stick outside.
Yeah.
So like where the pavement ended,
mhm.
like they would dig at recess.
They wouldn't bite their nails. They would eat their nails.
They were always
like they would grow it like a Coke nail just for a meal.
And you brought
like
up
the
I think
taste.
once before, like those were the kids that always had glue on their hands that they'd peel off.
They always were peeling off dried glue from their hands or body, even though they hadn't used glue. It was just
It was there
they were just doing that.
from crap. Did you have a Kool-Aid stained kid in your class?
Yeah, I'm picturing.
Ran through the
him.
hall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
They would
hands
always be
behind
like,
the back.
"Yeah, huh?
Yeah, they would always say, "Yeah." Huh?
No, I never."
It was. They always had the uncle that worked at Nintendo, and they always had.
You just kind of glossed over that.
They always
Said
said
that
they had an
casually.
uncle that worked at Nintendo.
They always had an uncle. Are you talking about one specific person?
No, that was always the kid's excuse. Like I have an uncle that works at Nintendo, and like they give you like Game Boy like rumors.
I was gonna say they were big like Cartoon Network guys and thought like Nick and Disney were childish.
Yeah, they liked cow and chicken.
No, definitely Cartoon Network.
But the one thing that I always remember is like they had an untamable cowlick.
Always a cowlick.
And it was the
A
most
mad cowlick.
stubborn son. It was the mad cowlick. Yeah, a mad cowlick.
It was.
That shit
It
was
threatening.
untamable.
Yeah,
But
there
there
was
was
threatening aura.
there was the Kool-Aid stained kid.
Wait, the Kool-Aid stained kid. He wasn't stupid.
He was like a C+ B student.
He was a decent student, and he never had acne. He had like a clean face.
Yeah,
but he always we would go to like
he had good skin.
we would go to like an indoor field trip, and he would come out with grass stains all over his body. I was like, where were you?
Yeah.
Where did you find the grass to roll all over?
Those kids could always find grass no matter where they were. There was always the Kool-Aid stained kid, and then there was the Kool-Aid stained kid. He was a big fan.
There was two AIDS kids.
Yeah.
One was cool, and one was, I guess, justifiably kind of mean.
Yeah, there
and
was a
down.
bully.
But the cool AIDS stained kid, the one who
He had AIDS. Let's get that out of the way.
in
But
his
he-
Make-A-Wish was to like perform on stage with Stain.
Yeah, it's been a while, and he could kickflip.
got
So
to
he was
sing
like,
this.
he would like have his skateboard attached to his backpack. He was skinny as all hell, and he was wearing he performed with Stained. It's been a while, and so every school has that. Every school has that fucking kid.
And the thing I feel the worst about, thinking back, is that he wasn't dubbed. He was posthumously dubbed the Kool-Aid Stain kid. We never told them. We never gave him that glory.
Never said he was cool.
We never acknowledged he was cool.
I was
while
jealous.
He was alive. Yeah,
I was jealous.
but that's him.
If you know anybody that has, oh boy, here I want to try my best to segue here. If you guys are suffering with AIDS, you can help ease the stress a little bit with Noom. Noom,
That's an app.
Noom is an app, and we love it, and we use it every day. It keeps us cool, calm, and collected.
It's super easy to download. Takes like 3 minutes.
Took you that long?
It takes a little bit. Did you forget your password?
What?
Did you forget your password to download it? What was the last app you downloaded besides Noom?
I don't know.
You don't know?
All right, let me think about that one.
Okay. With Noom Mood, you'll take the journey to mental wellness one step at a time. Their guided approach teaches you the power of shifting your mindset in just a few minutes a day. With a team of dedicated coaches, you'll have the support system helping you on your journey. It's backed by science. The lessons are based in psychology, based in principles that'll teach you about your relationship with S&A. It's robust, and it holds your hand. The daily curriculum coupled with one-on-one coach that guides you and encourages you on your journey. And I love how accessible it is and how convenient it is. I oftentimes debate, is it more accessible or is it more convenient? And it's a tie.
Tied for first.
They're both a tie. They're both.
The proportions are almost like impossibly perfect.
That's right.
But it's good. It's better than going to therapy and like talking to someone face to face.
Definitely. It's only 10 minutes a day. You can do it wherever, whenever.
And you can really
Yeah. And you guys can, at home, can worry less and feel happier.
Whatever.
You can sign up for your trial at noom.com/untold. That's noom.com/untold.
I got that putrid rotten Bauer genes. I'll never be okay.
What the fuck is that?
I think I'm just like genetically destined to be miserable.
Sure, is your dad miserable? Is your grandpa miserable?
I guess I'm just like kind of sad.
Yeah.
Are you? I don't think you
I was
are.
trying to get pussy.
Oh, yeah.
Ah,
That's
shit,
it.
That works.
I'm
What
sad,
are
man.
the other tropes?
I feel so fucking alone sometimes.
That's like the new like high school. I think everyone's just sad. Everyone's like they're just completely devoid of serotonin. We were walking around like the Arizona campus, and it was like something's off. Like it doesn't remind me of my college experience. Everyone is emotionless.
You know how like there's the college movies that came out in the 2000s, or like The Simple Plan,
Yeah.
I'm Just a Kid
Like
music
the
video.
The
it's
quads
like
with
there's a kid,
Yeah.
the
like,
bustling
heel
quads,
flipping down. There's a
the
bustling
tents
quad.
with all like the groups and clubs.
Frisbee.
Uh-huh.
There's kids walking around with a case on their shoulder, and then I don't know, fucking kids double dutching. Where's that? We were walking around the Arizona campus, and it is just drones.
So it's a beautiful day.
It's a beautiful
Perfect
fucking day.
Um,
And it's dead silent, but with just people walking
we
around.
were
shoulder
walking
to shoulder.
around on the college campus having a blast.
We were having a hell of a time.
Why were we walking around the college campus as 29-year-olds? There was a detour.
There was a detour.
Yeah.
We had to. It pushed us through there.
But college kids, you can tell it's different.
I think
generational
they're quick to medicate.
They've been using like prescription medication, antidepressants, nicotine.
Yeah,
Kratom maybe. No, they'd be angrier.
they'd be way angrier.
Wait till the new generation finds Kratom.
You think they will? I
Still,
do
like,
think
super low key.
I think there will be a class action lawsuit soon.
I think I might be like helping it a lot.
I think so.
Wait,
at
did you
least-
see?
What?
I don't know if I should say this. You're a statistic.
Yes.
No, what?
There's been some
Me?
hospitalizations from
There's been
synthetic weed,
22 hospitalizations from synthetic weed edibles.
and you
What
are.
do you mean when? Like ever?
Like this calendar
this
year.
calendar year.
So I'm like one of the 20.
You
There's
are
only been
quite
22.
literally one of the 22.
I'm like that's like 0.0001% of synthetic weed users.
You have.
I'm in like the top 0.0001% of pussies.
Yes,
that
you
use
are
synthetic
the rarest of pussies.
That's whatever.
Built different.
Built different.
Yeah, shoddily.
Other types of kids.
Are there?
What?
And like, what types of kids are there? Like in elementary, middle schools? I don't know.
I don't know about a type of kid, but of note, when you brought McDonald's in randomly for lunch, awesome.
Yes.
When you bring it every day,
Sad.
Oh,
poor,
Sad and
people-
poor.
Loser.
Yeah,
gross.
Yeah.
definitely.
Coming back with McDonald's, you were showing that thing off like a badge of honor.
Oh yeah.
Our principal,
Weird.
Sister Kathleen, she's a nun. When she had some conspiracy that I wasn't going to the orthodontist, and so she wrote down what color my braces were when I left, and then
Yeah.
I had to get a different color to prove to her that I was at the orthodontist.
No, she
What
was
the fuck?
awful.
Yes, she was.
She was like the last, I remember in the 70s and 80s, it was popular for nuns to beat the kids with totem poles or whatever.
Oh,
Rulers.
You're confusing Catholicism with tribes.
It fucking was.
No, I remember I got in trouble once. This is 100% true, which makes you believe that think that it's not, but it is true.
Yeah, you keep saying that.
She got mad at me because I wore a Black Sabbath shirt to the band on a dress down
Is
day.
that satanic?
Black Sabbath. No, it was a band. It's Ozzy Osbourne's
I know
band.
it's yeah.
Yeah, and so
In her
my,
eyes.
my
Back
punishment.
in black.
That's AC/DC.
Ooh,
That's Disturbed.
Okay.
Keep going. One Black Sabbath song.
Crazy Train.
Well, that's the song, but they don't say that. So I guess.
I'm on a crazy train.
This crane is fucking crazy.
Bow. I'm on a crane.
You sound just like Ozzy Osbourne right now.
Crazy. Wait, all right, so you wore the Black Sabbath shirt?
Yeah, so she was like, as my punishment, I had to take home.
Wait, but what was her criticism of it?
It's like,
Oh, they
Anti-religion.
Nick should have known that wouldn't have flown.
yeah. So no, I got in trouble once because you know the shirts with sayings on them. Like
The Nike ones, like the
no. I
slogans?
had one like, I lost my homework. Can I have yours?
No.
It was like in fourth
Well,
grade.
not-
I puked.
Yeah,
on
it's
a
like the gay shit you could wear.
Yeah. I remember that one. They sort of thought it was the gayest shit you could wear ever of all time.
I guess for the sake of the story, yes. I puked one day in class on a dress down day. Puking on a dress down day, the worst.
Yeah, I can't relate.
And I puked on the shirt, and I went to the nurse to go home, and Sister Kathleen was like, she scolded me for wearing the shirt, and I had like puke all over me. I was like, can
It's
this
covered
fucking
in
wait?
vomit, and she
Yeah.
was like, "What are you wearing? That rock band evil?"
But no, her punishment for me was I had to bring home every book and everything in my desk in my backpack home, and it was like stuffed and it hurt so bad.
It's awesome.
Yeah, that was like a weird
You're just
punishment.
like fucking hazing.
I
me.
had weird punishments. My mom once, I forget what it was for. It was probably some sort of attitude. I was having some sort of lip. She made me cut the grass. She made me cut the. She made me cut the grass. She made me cut the grass.
Cunt the grass is just shaving your pubes. Your vaginal pubes.
Yeah, gotta cunt the grass. She made me cut the grass in the front yard with rollerblades on,
What?
which pissed my dad off because it was like a horrible
That's
job.
less of a punishment, more of like just an extreme challenge.
That would probably go viral as like a challenge on TikTok now, but I was like
Yeah.
so pissed, and she was so proud of herself for that.
It's gonna make you do put a puzzle together with oven mitts.
Do you have any punishments you can remember, Kyle?
You seem like somebody who's punished a lot.
No, I never understood like physical punishments.
So you wouldn't do the thing again.
You would like I get like losing privilege to like a video game console or I don't know, like hanging out with friends, but like people who were like had to like like
Can you think of one?
I don't even know. Eat
Spanked.
soap, suck.
Suck soap.
I guess I don't know about get spanked. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get the belt.
Pick a switch.
Pick a switch.
Yes. You ain't black at all.
Yeah.
Soap was just your dad's pet name for his dick.
Suck. Yeah, go suck soap. No, like you go get a stick from a tree and they hit you with it.
No.
I don't know if it's good, but this is the most natural conversation we've had.
Yeah.
I think it's good.
What time would you say we're at?
Like 45 minutes.
How the fuck was this one? Really?
Yeah.
No fucking way.
Yeah.
Let's go a little bit longer.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, do sneaker shopping.
I can try it. See how it goes. How can we get into it?
How did it get started? Somebody like short? I am tired of dudes like it's like in their Tinders or their like Tinders, like dudes Tinders screenshots that I've seen on Twitter, not like on the app.
Some you've seen secondhand
Tinder bios.
Yeah, the screenshots
of just like 6'3" if that matters, or since that matters, and it's just like they're reluctantly tall, but like you're the one that put it in there.
Yeah.
And it's like there's a lot of dudes on Twitter that are like, I'm 6'2", and all, like it's the only fucking thing they have.
It's their trait, yeah.
And it's just like, you didn't choose that.
Mm-hmm. And they try to like humble brag or talk like as if they're ironically talking about it, but that's
Yeah, they pass off it as satire, but they do want to
they just
remind
want-
everyone.
That's their only goal.
Yeah. And when the trend of like pants becoming shorter, like showing off more sock, they were just like, no, you guys know how I fucking feel. It's like, no, you wore
Yeah.
pants that were you're 6'2". Like
Yeah, you're
a lot of
6'2".
people are.
Yeah, they make pants that fit
always have.
that.
Always have. Wasn't Jesus like 6 feet tall?
Yeah.
God damn, Jay.
Black as hell.
Like
too.
anyone could ever know that.
Yeah, I guess you're right. How long was the cross?
Like anyone could ever know that.
I don't know. I like to think he was tall. Could you worship a short man? Oh,
Bagel boss.
bagel boss.
Is he? Yeah.
What's he doing?
I don't know. I hope that he's like getting like even shorter and angrier.
For his career, like
Yeah, for his
he's-
like career. He needs to be short and angry.
I need to be
and
shorter.
I hope he's getting even. I hope he's
You
like.
should
just,
DM him. Brother, have you heard
Has
of
he-
Kratom?
Is
Has he been on like
famous?
No Jumper or anything?
I don't know. I would guess he has a cameo and stuff.
Bagel Boss goes sneaker shopping with Napoleon complex. We're gonna see what he's feeling, what he's not, and hopefully he'll buy some. Do you know who the fuck I am? Shut the fuck up. Stop yapping like you're the star of the show and go get me the Storm Blue Jordan 1s in size 3.5 men's before I stick my full-grown foot so far up your ass you won't even feel a thing. Because your rectum will go numb, not because I have a tiny little foot and you won't feel a thing. But even if I did have a tiny little foot, it wouldn't fucking matter because I fuck more bitches than you, I get more money than you, and I have a bigger cock than you. And every last one of you's behind the camera. So wipe the smirks off your faces before I spend your entire salaries combined on a new car and run you over like your Grand Theft Auto horse. Dump your body in the Hudson. No one will miss you.
Yeah, like that.
Like that. I used to go to the Scholastic Book Fair and buy the entire inventory of green Lamborghini posters and sell them for less money than I bought them for.
Why?
Because I thought hustling. I didn't know hustling like it required making a profit.
The more I learn about you, you were obsessed with hustling as a high schooler.
Yeah, I would watch this. Donovan Strain had this YouTube series called Buttery Ass Mondays, where he would like buy like cheap things and sell them for a profit.
Okay.
So I would do that, but I didn't know the profit was integral to hustling. So I like buy like juice boxes from like the Dollar Zone and sell them for like more than what I paid. No, for less.
God, you don't know shit about hustling.
Oh, shit.
You did that in high school, I remember. You had like, did you sell them out of your trunk?
It was like I think it was Mondo juice.
Mondo's, yeah. It had
little
it
juice
was,
boxes. Silly string.
what? It was buying silly string.
I ended up just using them all for my own pleasure, but
You kind of did the opposite of the paper clip into a house.
Yeah.
I
You
just
took a master's degree in what was it in?
early childhood special ed.
Yeah, and you started a podcast.
Yeah. My God. That honestly, the red paperclip man who he traded the paperclip for a pen for a notebook for this, got a movie roll and then traded the movie roll for a house. It would be way harder to go the other way. Like, I have a house. Like, give
to
me
like become poor.
Yeah, no, like starting with
the
a house.
and getting to a paperclip.
Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah,
not.
how would you?
Or you could just say, "I'll give you this house for that paper clip."
Yeah, that would be way
Yeah,
more
and
impressive.
that would work very easily.
Huh.
I just like selling things to others, making them happy. I was still the plug. You don't have to make a profit to be the plug.
Being the plug is like a dream of mine.
I don't know if you could do that.
You don't think I could be the plug?
I don't think.
Why not?
Try it.
All right.
Sell me this pen. Nah, sell me this pen. You can sell anything. Sell me this pen.
I never said I could sell anything. I wanted to be the plug. So you'd come to me if you needed a pen, and I wouldn't have to sell it to you.
Yeah.
That's the magic of being the plug.
But isn't it better to have a bunch of guys than like being a specific guy?
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I always wanted to be that guy that wasn't in the friend group, but was the plug. He was the hookup.
The plug. Yeah.
I might just start being the plug.
Again, I don't know.
No, I am. It's official.
What are you
All
gonna
right.
plug?
I just want the
so
title.
moving forward, for the podcast's sake, we'll keep you updated. You'll become the plug, and I'll become Muslim.
Okay, yeah, we did discuss that.
I'm
We-
going to convert to Islam.
We were having beers yesterday, and we were running out of ideas. And you're like, how about I convert to Islam? And I was
Yeah.
like, all right. So are you?
I think I'm going to.
What do you have to do?
I don't know. I'll have to research it.
But you're actually going to. This is true.
Yeah, no, I
so
will.
for the future episodes, KB is going to. He's given up the crater mark. So
We're
let's.
jumping the shark, as if we didn't already. But it's like the equivalent of David Dobrik getting married to Jason Nash's like mom.
What?
It's like the same like level of the extent of absurdity.
This is a stunt.
A stunt.
But you're converting to
I'm
Islam.
gonna convert to Islam.
100% truly doing it.
Yeah.
Muslim KB.
Yes.